Around Kansas, brought to you by
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. Go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
And we're back.
With all kinds of icons. We
Yeah.
had Elvis, and now we're going to go to Burt Reynolds. I met Burt Reynolds.
Okay.
It was so cool.
You know,
Wish you could have been there, Frank.
do you
Not
know that
really.
one of his first really big starring roles was in Gunsmoke?
Of course I
Yes.
do. And
Yeah.
that's why he was in Dodge City last fall at the Wild West Fest, one of the coolest events ever. And he and Buck Taylor, who of course was newly on Gunsmoke and one of our dear friends, had a press conference together. And I have to say, Burt could not be more gracious. He could not have said nicer things about Dodge City itself, about his role on Gunsmoke, about all the people he worked with. Milburn Stone, he couldn't have been nicer in talking about Milburn Stone. And of course, Buck Taylor, if there's a nicer man on the planet, I don't know who it is. He's just one of the best people ever.
Another note about Burt Reynolds. See this little button up here? That's my Phi Delta Theta button. And Burt Reynolds is a Phi.
Really?
Yes, so there you go, guys.
I will tell him you said hello the next time we talk.
At the time, I went on Gunsmoke. You know, it was very popular. Had no idea that it was going to be this popular and go so long. You know, I was on it the last 8 years, and I figured when it was canceled, that would be it. But it's going on and on and on, and for 60 years straight, I mean, it's still going. And I go to a lot of venues where they have a lot of people, and it's amazing how many fans that this show has accumulated. And mind you, if there wasn't a Dodge City, there wouldn't have been a Gunsmoke. So Dodge City is known all over the world, and Gunsmoke is kind of synonymous with that. It's probably the best thing that ever happened to me in my life, in my professional career. And I had no idea it was going to give me a leg up for the rest of my life. So I loved Gunsmoke, loved being part of it.
Well, I was happy to be working, and it was a great show. You know, everybody knows what a great show it is, and it was the nicest bunch of people I've ever worked with, ever, in my career, in terms of just, there was no pushing and shoving and getting in front of the camera or anything. They were all wonderful people, and Jim was really special. I think the thing that surprises everybody was what an amazing sense of humor Jim had. It was just a great time for me too. I mean, Doc was the sage, wonderful man he plays. He was just a great help to me in my career. He was the one that told me that I should leave and do movies, and I said, well, what if I don't get any movies? And he said, no, you're going to get movies. This is just a springboard for you. And if I'd have known this guy was in the wings, I wouldn't have left quite so fast, but I was really happy doing that show, especially with that group of people.
Well, we've had fun. I hope you have too. So I'm Frank.
I'm Deb.
And we'll see you somewhere around Kansas.